What happened again? Now, I've made a video about suicide before, but after seeing a post by Mr. Epstein, yes, I am a fan of him. I shouldn't say fan. I like his videos. They're very insightful. But after he posted a status saying, suicide is a very beautiful thing on his status for his page, I end up seeing a lot of people going over the same shit that I bitched about in the first video. About how people who commit suicide are selfish. How they were weak or something like that. What about the people that love them? But I also saw people who make the same points I have. That it is their body. It is their right to choose what they do to their body. And one of the people who did that, posted a similar opinion of mine, said that a few years ago, his closest friend, who helped him get through hard times, committed suicide. It hurt him deeply and everything, but he still respected her choice. That is what I like to see, is somebody that understands that, yes, it is their choice to do what they wish with their body. And to a degree, I agree with Mr. Epstein. Suicide can be a beautiful thing. Because, like I said before, it takes a lot, and I mean a lot of fucking strength to kill yourself. It is in our biological nature to try to avoid death as much as possible. We panic when we are caught in front of a car accident. We fear that someone we love may die a horrible death. We worry about death. We don't want to face it, and that's why religion comes into play. It ends up the scapegoat. You're promised eternal life, bliss, paradise, no suffering. It's a way to escape reality. And to say someone is selfish, again, I will say it again and again, saying somebody is selfish for taking their own life is fucking ignorant. I mean, if they are dealing with a medical condition, a severe mental condition that weighs on their day-to-day life and causes some kind of emotional, mental, or physical anguish that most of us would not want to deal with, that we would rather be completely fucked up on meds or something, if they're dealing with that, it took a lot of strength to get as far as they did, and to end their life and ignore that natural sense of survival. You gotta imagine how much determination or resolve that person has. And saying they're selfish because you don't want to feel pain, the pain of loss, even though no matter what we do, we will feel that pain, is in turn selfish. You rather have somebody live a life they don't want to endure and face pains they don't want to face, just so you do not want, just so you don't have to feel that pain, just so you don't have to go on without them. And that is, in itself, selfish. But that's our human nature. We're selfish creatures. Now, I'm not going to say that somebody who's like, oh my god, my boyfriend just broke up with me, I'm going to kill myself, or oh my god, people are bullying my school, I'm going to drink bleach. No, you're a fucking pussy for that. You really are. Because you really are chickening out. You fucked up on something, or dealt with people who were just absolute dicks, that A, you can either A, kick that person's ass, or B, walk around them. It's easy to ignore people. It really is. But it's so pathetic and minute and minuscule that even a kindergarten can go, fuck them. And you decide you want to kill yourself for that? You're a pussy. Flat out, pussy. Don't even lift. Just go ahead and drink that bleach. But if you are dealing with post-traumatic stress disorder. And I mean, like, a severe case where you constantly have flashbacks of a traumatic event that just breaks you down more and more each time, and you have to deal with that on a day-to-day basis, and that anxiety, that stress, that fear, everything comes flooding back, and it overwhelms you. I can understand that. I can understand where somebody would commit suicide on that, and it's not greedy, it's not cowardice, it's not a weakness, it's a person pushed beyond their limits, both mentally and emotionally, and their only peace was death, and that's understandable. So, suicide can be a very beautiful thing, especially, well, especially assisted suicide, because there are people who cannot, they love somebody so dearly and deeply that once their partner is dead, their body just starts giving up. They've lost all that strive, that ambition, that desire to live and go on. And there are people out there who do feel that and just cannot go on. And I can understand somebody killing themselves just because of that. I mean, if you spent your entire life at someone's side and have basically built your life with them, they become part of the foundation of your life. And it's like 30, 50, 60 years together, yeah, I can see where that's going to be so devastating for an individual if they have that emotional depth that they would literally die either if they put a bullet in their head or their body just decided, hey, I'm done. And that's understandable. That too is understandable, but the teenage bullshit suicide over, oh my god, life sucks because I didn't get the iPod, I'm gonna go die. That shit just deserves one ass kicking after another. The entire human population deserves to give you a reason for you to want to commit suicide. But going back to these people do not see the beauty and strength it takes. Because, yeah, there are some people that, if they did die, they'd make the people around their lives easier. I mean, personally, I think if I killed myself, yes, my mother would be emotionally distraught. But financially, they'd do better off. My mother and my grandma would do better off without me. That's just a fact. But I, myself, am too selfish to do that. I have too many goals and ambitions and too much of an ego to kill myself for the sake of another person. I'm not a martyr. But there are people out there who are, and I can understand that too. But to call somebody selfish just because they wanted to take their own life is just an ignorant and dick move. It's emotional blackmail. It's like saying, well, what about the people who love you? Well, fuck the people who love them. If the person wants to die, go ahead. I mean, we say, no, anyone who smokes cigarettes is selfish. No, they want to smoke a cigarette. If somebody wants to smoke a cigarette, let them fucking smoke a cigarette. If they want to smoke 10 packs a day, let them smoke 10 fucking packs a day. If they want to drink a 24 case of Bud Light, let them. If they want to smoke a joint, crack, I don't give a shit. That's their fucking body. It's their right. It's like telling somebody, oh, you can't marry them because they're the same gender even though you really fucking love them. It's just a fucking ignorant and small-minded approach to things. I've said it once, and I'll say it again. The morality of one person does not suit everyone. Ever. We're not clones. We're not all happy-go-lucky, I pop Prozac, motherfuckers. Nah, some of us are depressed. Some of us are severely angry. Some of us just don't give a flying fuck. And if somebody wants to kill themselves, by all means, it's their right as a human, as anything, as a living being that is conscious of their own demise in existence. It's their right to take their own life. But at no point in time are we going to sit there and go, oh, they were such a victim, we have to respect them in their death, we can't say anything bad. If a person commits suicide and takes their own life, and was a complete dick, and enjoyed it, you can say, yeah, this person was a dick in life, but they had a lot of shit weighing them down and they killed themselves. I can feel bad about the whole committing suicide because they were burdened by everything, but they were still a fucking dick. And no one should say, oh, you shouldn't talk bad about the dead. Fuck you. Just fuck you if you say you can't talk bad about the dead. We talk about Hitler all the time. We talk about fucking Saddam Hussein and Osama bin Laden. We even celebrated their fucking deaths. Shit. So, say we can't talk bad about the dead or somebody shouldn't take their own lives. Well, you're a fucking idiot. You have the right to your opinion, but just know you're wrong. Flat out wrong. And I wish more people would get this through their fucking head. Sometimes I wish we were clones, just so somebody would realize, hey, they have the right to kill themselves. World keeps spinning. And yes, the families will grieve. Unless they're as dysfunctional as my family, and then some of us would actually celebrate their death. But still, pain fades. Pain goes away. Pain builds character. And honestly, if somebody kills themselves and all the person can think about is their death, then they're not truly remembering that person. They're remembering that corpse laying in the casket, not the person who laughed with them, cried with them, and spent time with them. So, to put it simply, get off everyone's fucking nuts about suicide. And, yeah, suicide is a very beautiful thing, and is a very intense thing, both in the detrimental and inspirational points of life. So, get the fuck over it and let people be people. Later, guys.